No, you haven't taken lives. You've killed doubt, destroyed illusions, and shattered the chains meant to hold you back. They fear you not because of what you've done, but because of what you are becoming. You were never meant to blend in. You were chosen, set apart, and destined to rise. Have you ever felt that the universe was about to drop a massive blessing into your hands? The kind that changes everything? That moment is here. The energy is shifting and doors are opening. But if you hesitate now, you might miss what was always meant for you. Your spirit is calling. This is your time. Gather your strength, step into your purpose, and claim what is rightfully yours. The universe responds to those who are ready. If you're prepared for what's next, make your move. Watch, listen, and align yourself with destiny. The chosen ones don't wait. They act. Chapter 1. The sound of fresh starts. The same work, same home, same routine every day might make life seem like a closed-loop cycle at times. However, there's a subtle but noticeable indication that something significant is approaching. It's the gut feeling that something positive is going to happen. Thus, be vigilant. More signals than normal, such as angel numbers or reoccurring synchronicity, may become apparent to you. Maybe a passing billboard message or a chance conversation strikes a chord a little too strongly, as if it were speaking straight to your soul. Each of these instances creates a mysterious riddle that you must answer. Why now? Thus, there are cycles throughout the cosmos. There are moments when everything seems to be moving at a slow pace, and other moments when things move quickly and force you to explore new areas. The cosmic energy right now indicates that money, emotions, or even spiritual resources are being released. An unexpected check in the mail, a sizable pay increase at work, or the sudden emotional clarity that enables you to sever old bonds may all be examples of this. It's as if the gate has been thrown open, and all you need to do is be willing to enter. It's not always necessary to pack your suitcases literally. Spirit may sometimes move you in a figurative way, such as improving your daily routine, improving your relationships, or changing your perspective. At other instances, it's a real move. One day you may find yourself awakened by an insatiable need to apply for a job in a different location. Or you may come across a real estate ad that seems to be demanding your name. Now is a time to be especially aware of the oddly reassuring sense that you belong someplace else. Your next chapter may be set up by a significant move that the universe is planning. However, a feeling of uneasiness often accompanies fresh starts. Don't allow your worries stop you from pursuing your dreams. You may find yourself asking yourself, what if I'm wrong? What if I chase this dream and end up disappointed? Recognize that worry is only an indication that you are approaching the boundary between your previous life and the one you have been secretly imagining. Fear may either be a flame that propels you ahead or a chain that holds you back. You have an option. Here's a quick exercise if you're having trouble deciphering these whispers. Sit quietly for 5 minutes every morning and concentrate just on your breathing. Observe which ideas linger as they come and go. Take note of any concept or picture that keeps coming up. Your thoughts may sometimes go in unexpected directions, or you may sense a subtle pull encouraging you to pursue a long-held interest or learn a new skill. No matter how arbitrary these insights appear, put them in writing. You may find a hint that opens up a new avenue for you to follow. Furthermore, these starts are not limited to changes in place or job. The release of money might represent a more general idea of plenty, such as resources you didn't have before, love, support, or inventiveness. Perhaps you're itching to start that side business you've been scared to try or to go back into the dating scene. Your confidence will rise when you feel that the universe is on your side. You begin to think that your efforts will not be in vain and that cosmic support will equal every advancement you make. Above all, remember that letting go of previous attachments often coincides with fresh beginnings. If your life is filled with outmoded relationships or beliefs, you may not be able to accept these new gifts. The cosmos may sow the seeds of opportunity in the place you create, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. You make space for miracles to blossom when you purge your life. Therefore, be open to the idea that all you have experienced, even disappointment and closed doors, was only preparation for what is about to happen. You just need to remain alert and follow the breadcrumbs because, believe me, if you keep your eyes and ears open, you'll see them everywhere. The money being released might be the universe's way of saying, I see you, I've got you, and I'm ready to bless you beyond your wildest imagination. Chapter 2. Your name is on the cosmic check. You're not alone if you've ever questioned why certain individuals appear to get fortuitous breaks or huge amounts of money out of the blue. In actuality, the cosmos doesn't function only on chance. These sporadic gifts are often the result of energy that has been subtly accumulating in the background. Think of it as the spiritual equivalent of a bank account. You're making deposits into that account every time you behave honorably, express thanks, and obey heavenly instructions. You eventually get a cosmic check from the cosmos that reflects the vibrational capital you have earned. Something tells me that your cosmic account is full right now. Maybe not in monetary terms, but certainly in worth that is ready to solidify into something material. In addition to a direct financial windfall, the release of funds may also signal the arrival of new partners, customers, or even an unanticipated inheritance. The idea is that wealth isn't necessarily manifested as a bank account. It might take the shape of individuals who provide chances or doorways that increase your wealth. Why is this occurring at this time? Astrological influences, or even a communal change in awareness that encourages the free flow of universal energy might be a contributing factor. However, there's also the individual component. You've probably been working on yourself, clearing out old worries, forming new routines, and accepting your value. A magnetic pull toward abundance is produced by these acts. What if I'm just imagining this? What if I'm not really due for a blessing? Is the kind of skepticism that might stymie the flow. It's like shouting to the universe, I'm ready. And it's like, finally, we've been waiting to send this your way. It takes both parties to achieve plenty. The gifts are given by the universe, but you must reach out and accept them firmly. Every time the world attempts to provide you with the positive things you want, you're essentially slamming the door shut if you're always wondering whether you deserve them. Here's a useful tip. Picture a check in your name for a sum of money or a resource that seems realistic yet life-altering. It could be $10,000, $100,000, or even $1 million, any amount that strikes a chord without making you feel suspicious. Make a fake check to yourself, date it, and sign it, The Universe. Put it someplace you'll see it every day, like on your phone's background, in your wallet, or on your mirror. Affirm that you are receptive and prepared to receive each time you see it. Observe how your perspective changes from one of shortage to one of opportunity. It may have a shockingly strong impact, but material gain and money aren't the only factors. The saying, pack your bags, spirit is about to move you, implies that you may need to push yourself during this time. What if the spiritual monies are being given to allow you to go to a location where a life-changing experience is waiting for you, or to start a project in a different city? Occasionally, the universe moves you, either physically or mentally, to put you in a place where you can receive benefits that are unavailable to you right now. It could also refer to interpersonal or emotional resources. If you've been feeling lonely or exhausted, you may soon experience a surge of real connections, people who understand you, encourage you, and help you better understand your own value. Perhaps the world is arranging for you to move, either physically or figuratively, from a place of loneliness to a group that really understands you. And if you don't think it can happen overnight, remember that spirit often works in quantum leaps rather than small stages. As these monies are released, one thing to consider is that more duties can arise. If you're not psychologically prepared, managing greater possibilities or larger quantities of money might be stressful. Spiritual maturity enters the picture here. Don't forget to take care of yourself, stay grounded, and continue your reflection or meditation exercises. After all, gifts may easily become weights if you are given more than you can manage. That's not what the universe wants any more than you do. Accept the cosmic check with appreciation and humility then. Recognize that your faith, tenacity, and unwavering commitment to follow your higher path have earned it for you. You align your objectives and contribute your energy, and the universe responds by providing you with the resources you need. This is how the cosmos operates. You'll discover that every gift prepares the path for the next if you do this intentionally. After a while, you reflect and wonder at how one act of faith sparked a series of events that led to an abundance. And in ways you can't yet fully see, that chain reaction may be beginning right now. Chapter 3. Indications that you are being moved by Spirit. By now, you could be seeing subtle, or not so subtle signals that things are about to shift. You wake up one day with an unexplainable need to tidy your surroundings. The next, you find yourself pulled to films about visiting far-off places, or you see job openings in a city you've never thought about. This isn't all random. Life becomes a tapestry of clues and prods when Spirit decides it's time to pull you, creating a message that may seem like an unquestionable calling. That calling might sometimes show up in your dreams. In your dreams, you may be packing your bags, getting on an airplane, or even arriving in a strangely familiar environment. Dreams are a conduit between the awareness and subconscious, and Spirit often utilizes them to get past our rational barriers. Keep an eye out if these kinds of nightmares keep happening. Write them down when you wake up. Patterns may show up over time that indicate what you should do next. Restlessness is another indication. In your present surroundings, you may experience unexplained jitters or uneasiness. Your once satisfying work may suddenly seem oppressive. Suddenly, the city you've always cherished may seem too tiny or out of step with the person you're becoming into. This is about realizing that your spirit is outgrowing its present container, not about being ungrateful. You may sometimes grow where you are. At other instances, you have to physically relocate in order to explore new areas. Remember, however, that relocating may be both exciting and scary. Change requires bravery, whether it's a real move or a symbolic change in your personal life. You may need to cut ties with pals who aren't helping you develop or quit a lucrative job that isn't fulfilling your soul. It's okay to feel sadness for a while about these losses. Refocus on the assurance that Spirit never takes something away without providing something greater in exchange after allowing yourself to experience the agony of letting go. That's how heavenly orchestration works. You may take advantage of more possibilities that align when you let go. Try things out if you're not sure whether you should relocate. Explore a new place for a weekend, or speak with folks who have changed occupations. Are you filled with energy or exhausted by the opportunities that present themselves? Emotional and physical responses may be accurate gauges. If a certain idea or place makes your heart skip a beat, or if you get the nearly electric feeling that, yes, this is right, that's Spirit calling on you. To help you interpret these clues, do this little exercise. Think quietly for a few seconds and see a road ahead of you. Imagine yourself walking it. Observe your body's sensations. Do you feel open, wide, and light, or do you experience fear and heaviness? The body's responses often come before cognitive awareness. Your muscles tensing up in a situation might be a sign that it's not the proper path. On the other hand, use it as a sign to proceed if you feel relieved or excited. Friends and family may attempt to talk you out of it, generally out of fear or worry. They may accuse you of making a snap decision or acting too quickly. It's a good idea to get feedback from loved ones, but keep in mind that you are the only one who senses Spirit's guidance in your bones. You owe it to yourself to at least investigate that avenue if you get real confirmation in the form of synchronicity, intuitive strikes, or repeated signals that all lead in the same direction. To discover your own path, you may need to go outside the comfort zone of others. Naturally, tower moments are another technique the cosmos employs to compel motion. Tower moments appear as abrupt disruptions, such as a job loss, a relationship ending, or an unforeseen financial upheaval if gentle proddings are unsuccessful. Even though they hurt, they often spur development that you otherwise wouldn't have. Spirit may be offering you an opportunity to go graciously before it forces you to do so if you're seeing early indicators of a tower moment, such as a recurring discord in your surroundings. Heeded that caution. Forced movements are seldom as peaceful as voluntary ones. In the end, a strong feeling of certainty that defies disbelief is the strongest indication that Spirit is guiding you. Even though you may not have everything worked out, you have a gut feeling that you can't remain there any longer. And everything else, including societal pressures, anxiety, and uncertainty, becomes secondary once you achieve that degree of conviction. Leaning into your belief causes doors to open that you were previously unaware of. Opportunities that were unattainable suddenly appear in your way. And that's how you know it's time to answer the call when Spirit has prepared a new address for you, whether it be a physical place or a new mental environment. Chapter 4. The important piece of the puzzle. You can't miss. If one thing has the power to make or shatter this shift, it's the unwavering clarity of your why. Why do you desire the fresh start, the new money, or the Spirit-guided move? Many individuals yearn for a change of scenery or more money, but they don't have a deeper motivation. As a consequence, individuals ultimately feel dissatisfied even if they get what they believe they want. Blessings might elude you like sand in the absence of a clear and compelling goal, leaving you wondering where things went wrong. The rubber hits the road at this point. Ask yourself, what's the core motivation behind this? Is it to escape a problem or to evolve as a person? Is it to show someone you can succeed or to bring joy and alignment to your soul? Before making any major decisions, such as applying for a new job, purchasing a one-way ticket, or starting a new relationship, running away is very different from running towards something meaningful. While one route may provide short-term relief from suffering, the other may lead to long-term development and contentment. If you look more closely, you'll probably discover that your mission is something related to self-expression, love, or service. Perhaps you have aspirations of launching a community initiative that aids impoverished young people. You may choose to move to an area where more people can benefit from your skills. Or maybe you long for a setting that fosters your creativity so you can create writing, music, or art that inspires others. The cosmos often speeds up your journey when your goals are in line with something greater than your own comfort, since everyone benefits from your development. The component of the jigsaw that many people miss is the synergy between individual benefit and the common good. Self-centered objectives seldom result in fulfilling longevity, while they may provide short-term successes. On the other hand, those who base their goals on service often draw resources that seem to appear out of thin air. The universe seems to be working in concert to encourage any initiative that makes the world a better place. Therefore, ask whether you may modify your strategy if it doesn't naturally lend itself to contributions from others. Unstoppable momentum may sometimes be ignited with a little recalibration. Let's put this into practice. Spend 10 minutes today writing freely in your diary on the reasons behind your desire for the changes you make. Allow all of your thoughts to flow. Don't restrict them. If you discover that your motives are based on spite or just, "I'm bored," you may need a stronger foundation. That just shows that you gain from discovering a deeper fuel, not that your sentiments are unworthy. Would you be able to support family members or make an investment that makes a difference with this relocation, this new career, or this financial windfall? Think about who will gain from you starting a new chapter as well. Perhaps your kids will look up to you as an example of bravery and sincerity. Or your friends, who will find inspiration in your courage to overcome stagnation. Or maybe there is an untapped market out there just waiting for your product or voice. You may turn fear into resolve by clinging to your image of the people you will influence. It serves as a reminder that the stakes are higher than you may think. Suddenly, instead of becoming barricades, the impediments turn into stepping stones. The ultimate secret is this: if you know your why, you can deal with almost any how. Your mission serves as a beacon to help you navigate through difficult times. If you lose sight of that why, you may abandon ship at the first hint of adversity without recognizing how near riches you were. Keep in mind that although the universe does not promise a pleasant journey, it does promise those who persevere significant lessons and many rewards. When the wind shifts, purpose is what keeps you moving forward. Let's also discuss pleasure, which is a sometimes disregarded component of purpose. Although serving is important, remember that your own joy and enthusiasm are also important. A larger home or a more opulent lifestyle may make some people feel bad, but if it really makes them happy and doesn't hurt anybody, it may still have a greater purpose. Those around you are lifted when you exude joy. Instead of resigned sorrow, the world needs more individuals living in genuine joy. Therefore, just incorporate your need for personal pleasure into your larger sense of significance rather than rejecting it. In the end, Your why serves as a solid and enduring anchor for your path. Although funding and locations may fluctuate, a clear objective always serves as the compass. It's the difference between leaving a lasting legacy and just hopping from one flashy thing to another. This component makes your whole strategy impenetrable to skepticism, doubters, and little setbacks. You'll be determined to finish it, believing that the cosmos and spirit support those who follow a route illuminated by sincere, heartfelt desire. Chapter 5. Getting Ready for Takeoff. Now that you have a clear understanding of your why, it's time to prepare for the next stage of taking action. Even if the universe has promised money or hinted at an impending shift, you still need to prepare the foundation. You don't just arrive at the airport without a passport or luggage, as when you're getting on an aircraft. Changes in spirituality follow the same reasoning. Clarity, preparedness, and adaptability are the spiritual equivalent of a passport. You also need the correct luggage, which refers to the abilities, attitude, and materials you'll need once you arrive. Make a resource inventory first. Consider all of the resources you currently possess, such as skills, dependable connections, and maybe even some funds hidden somewhere. We often concentrate so much on our shortcomings that we lose sight of how much we already possess. Put these resources in writing. This activity serves to both remind you that you are not beginning from scratch and to identify any gaps that may need to be filled. Invest in a short course or look for a mentor if you feel that you lack specific abilities, such as project management or digital marketing. Next, set up your surroundings for action. Declutter if you think a relocation is imminent. Donate or sell things you no longer need. This not only makes physical space available, but it also lets the world know that you're serious about making the shift. Establish the necessary documentation, such as registering a domain name or drafting a simple business plan, if the funds that are going to be released are for a commercial endeavor. Being prepared demonstrates that you are ready for whatever form the blessing may take, but it does not ensure that everything will go as planned. Think about the significance of scheduling as well. Your existing routine may need to change if you're looking forward to new possibilities or responsibilities. Perhaps you'll need to schedule additional duties for the morning or save the weekends for networking or vacation. Overwhelm can be avoided with a flexible but purposeful schedule. You don't want to rush to rearrange a chaotic life when opportunities arise because the universe can change abruptly. You're looking for a framework that can easily grow with you. Let's discuss health. Whether it's packing boxes into a moving truck or staying up late to start a business, major life transitions may be physically taxing. Give your body the proper nourishment. Increase your water consumption, eat more whole foods, and, if you can, start a simple exercise regimen. Aim for little steps toward increased physical stamina. You don't have to become an expert in fitness overnight. Keep in mind that all of these new gifts will be experienced via your body. It is a kind of spiritual stewardship to keep it healthy. Emotional readiness is also important. Large changes might bring up past scars or fears. Perhaps you have unresolved childhood traumas related to moving or persistent financial anxieties. It's time to deal with them. You may uncover any buried baggage by journaling, going to therapy, or simply having heart-to-heart conversations with close friends. You may fly higher if you are emotionally lighter. Consider attempting to ascend in a hot air balloon that is supported by cement blocks. When the universe presses the go button, you may ascend quickly by letting go of those emotional moorings. Finally, practice an open-minded stance. Sometimes spirit guides you to a better path after you have carefully planned for one. Having a blueprint is fantastic, but maintain your flexibility. When an unexpected opportunity presents itself, such as a job offer you never thought about, compare it to your why instead of brushing it off. The universe has a greater perspective than you have, and it may bestow rewards on you in ways you aren't aware of at first. Have a fun, inquisitive approach toward life. Rather of saying, "That's not what I planned," ask yourself, "Could this be even better than what I planned?" By laying the foundation with decluttering, resource inventory, health checkups, and mental preparedness, you're not only waiting, you're actively shaping your future. This distinguishes you from those who have huge dreams but never get around to them. By doing these actions now, you will be prepared and fueled up when spirit signals liftoff, much like a rocket on a launch pad. Everything will be ready for you to climb right away. You'll be happy you took the time to strengthen your ship once you're in the air. Chapter 6. Handling the difficulties in the air. You're either moving or going to move, so congratulations. The initial exhilaration may get you through the early going, whether it's relocating to a new place or adopting a new lifestyle. However, many individuals falter when their adrenaline wears off and their everyday obligations resume. Rather than being challenges that help them hone their path, they see common obstacles as cosmic stop signs. It is crucial to manage these mid-air difficulties if you want to arrive safely at your desired location. A honeymoon then crash cycle is to be expected. At first, everything seems miraculous. You're certain that you're headed in the right direction, and synchronicities keep happening. Glitches then appear. The new city is less hospitable than anticipated, or a contract expires. Remember that every amazing trip has its share of obstacles. Seeing obstacles as chances to reaffirm your dedication helps you stay solution-focused rather than disheartened. The greater your blessing, the greater the potential for self-sabotage. Relationship stress, procrastination, or an obsession with little things that impede development are all signs of worthiness doubt. Address these anxieties by determining their causes. Maybe a notion that having more money entails having more responsibilities, or that success separates you from your community. These worries become less potent once you give them a name. Having a solid support network is essential. Instead of basement people who only point out the worst-case situations, look for balcony people, friends, mentors, or online groups that encourage you from above. When you start to have doubts, this supportive network may help you remember why you took this risk. Invest in coaching or join relevant groups if you don't already have that circle. You don't have to fight every storm by yourself. You are anchored in changing surroundings by your daily habits. Maintain or begin grounding practices, even if you've moved or made significant changes to your life. Maybe you make a little gratitude note, meditate, or do some light exercise first thing in the morning. When life seems uncertain, having a consistent pattern helps you stay focused. Additionally, it reduces emotional fluctuations that may normally cause people to give up at the first hint of hardship. Never forget your why. If you have a mission statement or personal promise, go over it often. Put it on your wall or program it to remember you every day on your phone. When challenges obscure your vision, allow it to rekindle your enthusiasm. Like a compass, this feeling of purpose helps you stay focused even amid the most dense fog. Doable actions are also important. Look into potential fixes if you run into financial difficulties. If your new surroundings seem impracticable, ask locals for suggestions or come up with inventive solutions. Don't allow pride prevent you from seeking assistance. A chat might provide the ideal response. Trying to be independent often causes us to overlook easy fixes. Remain flexible. Occasionally, mid-air difficulties indicate that your initial strategy needs a revision, or maybe a complete change. That's wisdom, not failure. Changing direction might be exactly what you need as long as your primary goal stays the same. Consider a stream of water that seeks the simplest route ahead without pushing against the rocks. Intention and reality may coexist, and you can adjust in ways that may go beyond your initial expectations. When managed properly, these aerial experiments serve as growth accelerators. They increase self-assurance, resourcefulness, and resilience. You'll realize that every turn was preparing you for the life you were destined to lead by the time you achieve your objective, whether it's a new location to call home, a satisfying relationship, or a more robust sense of self. Obstacles are not signs of failure. Rather, they are stepping stones that help you become stronger so that you may fly even higher when the next chance presents itself. It's not always easy to get from your ideal to reality, but it doesn't imply you're headed in the wrong direction. Accept the upheaval as a necessary component of your development. Have faith that failures are lessons to improve your strategy rather than signals to quit up. With persistence, the correct kind of help, and a resolute dedication to your why, you'll end up just where you're supposed to be. And you'll land more resilient, shrewd, and ready to face whatever is ahead. Chapter 7. Overcoming the obstacle to triumph. After months of anticipation and planning, life will finally catch up to your personal development. Money comes in, a previously unattainable love grows, or a new job or house falls into place. This is your victory lap, but it also marks the beginning of a new chapter in your life. Take a moment to think. Give your victory time to sink in before moving too quickly. Celebrate in a manner that feels authentic and demonstrates how hard work and faith can lead to success. However, this triumph does not imply perfection. New duties sometimes accompany new benefits. Maintain the routines and attitudes that have brought you this far to stay grounded. Keep your strong base intact. Keep in mind that your victory spreads. You contribute to a larger ecosystem of well-being, whether your better financial situation helps your community or your personal recovery inspires others. Frequently, one blessing leads to another. Keep an eye out for follow-up synchronicity that might help you advance, such as unforeseen chances or fortuitous meetings with others that help you discover your true purpose. Don't worry about outgrowing your present victories while you relish this milestone. Evolution never stops. Every accomplishment both ends and starts a new chapter. Remain appreciative of what you have while remaining open-minded about what is ahead. To maximize benefits and maintain equilibrium, keep up your spiritual connection by writing, meditation, or deeds of service. Recognize any minor restlessness as an invitation to continue growing. Both the trip and the final destination are sources of fulfillment. To remain actively involved in life, transform any restlessness into new challenges by volunteering, picking up a new talent, or developing your spirituality. Remember that you are not the same person you were at the start of the following phase. You've shown your tenacity and worked with the universe to co-create successful results. This triumph serves as evidence that action combined with faith is effective whenever doubts reappear. This is only the first of many milestones to come, so go ahead with confidence. Your heart open, your luggage packed, and your money secured.